Thanks so much for joining us here in the Fox 4 Weather Center. Of course, all eyes on the tropics, specifically what is now Tropical Storm Rafael. As expected, it is now officially a tropical storm, and by this time tomorrow, it's expected to be a Category 1 hurricane. So let's bring you the latest information from the National Hurricane Center on this particular system. So our last update came in at 4 o'clock. Sustained winds of 45 miles per hour, gusts upwards of 60 miles per hour. And right there, you can see Jamaica under those tropical storm warnings tonight in anticipation of dealing with those impacts overnight, tropical storm force winds. Thereafter, as it makes its way from Jamaica then toward the Cayman Islands, it's expected to get stronger. And that's why you see the Cayman Islands tonight under hurricane warnings with that anticipation. Impact there expected throughout the day on Tuesday into Wednesday night. Thereafter, forecast to strengthen more so up to Category 2 strength, impact the western side of Cuba, and then continue that jaunt off toward the north and west. The good news for us, we're not expecting a direct landfall here in southwest Florida. Nonetheless, because of its size, you know how storms are, we're still going to be dealing with some of those impacts. So notice this, all of our models taking it well toward our west, basically to the west of Tallahassee and further toward our west. So it's more than likely going to be a landfall here for the Panhandle or coastal Alabama, coastal Mississippi, all the way back toward Louisiana. So still some uncertainty for the central Gulf of Mexico, but for us, as of now, we do not need to worry about a direct landfall. Again, we're still going to have some impacts here, so let's talk more about that. They're going to be similar to what we saw during Debbie earlier this season, nowhere close to Milton or that of Helene. So maximum wind gusts 30 to 40 miles per hour, those higher thresholds right on the coast. Heavy rainfall, we will see some bands of heavier rain, 1 to 3 inches in the rain gauge, and likewise at the coastline we could still see some minor flooding there. So still expecting some coastal flooding of 1 to 3 feet of surge. And then of course, with us being on that front right side, we cannot rule out an isolated tornado. So definitely something that we're going to be tracking for you very closely here in the Fox 4 Weather Center. Now let's turn to our weather here at home. Let's take you outside live. It's beautiful here at Fort Myers Beach from the Margaritaville Beach Resort. The sun officially set though about 7 minutes ago, and that's what happens when daylight saving time ends. So we are seeing those mostly cloudy skies. We also have some of those quick moving rain showers right now from the east toward the west, but just as we saw all last week, the rain showers that we do have, it's basically just Atlantic moisture that condenses, and there are those shallow clouds. You don't really have to worry about necessarily the threat for lightning. Again, it's a pretty stable weather setup, but that's what we're going to have in store for us tomorrow as well. So if you are out and about, maybe doing some voting, you want to have that rain gear close. So we'll start off your Tuesday morning partly to mostly cloudy. Couple of those spotty rain showers in the mix as we head into the afternoon. So again, kind of like today, 30% rain chance expected. And again, it's going to stay breezy. Those winds will continue to pump out of the east and southeast, gust upwards of 25 miles per hour. And then we look ahead to your Wednesday. Wednesday, the muggy factor really ramping up. You'll really start to feel that tropical moisture surging up from the south. It will, of course, continue to stay breezy. And then throughout the day on Wednesday, on the cloudy side. And then it's really not until after sunset on Wednesday that we'll start to see some of those outer rain bands. And again, mainly affecting our coastal communities. So along and west of 75 for your Wednesday night. Throughout the day on Thursday, that's going to be that main time frame for those impacts from Rafael. But as for tomorrow, election day, 7 a.m. temperatures mid 70s with those high temperatures forecast to climb into the mid 80s. Again, we'll see those gusts tomorrow around 25 miles per hour. And then looking ahead to the weekend, much better weather in store.
Download the free Fox 4 app for live radar and to track every storm.